Then the goddess, grey-eyed Athena, spake to him again. Yea, herein hast thou spoken aright, dear father. And Telemachus may well obey thee, for before all things this is meet. Behold, he shall now depart with thee, that he may sleep in thy halls. As for me, I will go to the black ship, that I may cheer my company and tell them all, for I avow me to be the one elder among them. Those others are but younger men, who follow for the love of him, all of them of the like age with the high-souled Telemachus. There I will lay me down by the black hollow ship this night, but in the morning I will go to the Cauconians high of heart, where somewhat of mine is owing to me, no small debt nor of yesterday. But do thou send this man upon his way with thy chariot and thy son, since he hath come to thy house, and give him horses of the lightest foot and chief in strength. Therewith grey-eyed Athena departed in the semblance of a sea-eagle, and amazement fell on all that saw it. And the old man he marveled when his eyes beheld it. And he took the hand of Telemachus and spake and hailed him. My friend, methinks that thou wilt in no sort be a coward and a weakling, if indeed in thy youth the gods thus follow with thee to be thy guides. For truly this is none other of those who keep the mansions of Olympus, save for the daughter of Zeus, the driver of the spoil, the maiden Trito-born, she that honored thy good father too among the Argives. Nay, be gracious, queen, and vouchsafe a goodly fame to me, even to me and to my sons, and to my wife revered. And I, in turn, will sacrifice to thee a yearling heifer, broad of brow, unbroken, which man never yet hath led beneath the yoke. Such an one I will offer to thee, and gild her horns with gold. This is just me and my sensitive disposition. If I were having dinner with a group of folks, invited them into my home, listened to them, they respectfully listened to my stories for hours. We ate, we dined, we drank, we supped, we sipped, we offered, we sacrificed, and then at the end of this feast, one of the men just turned into an eagle and flew away. I would probably shit my pants. What is Athena angling at by revealing herself in that way? I guess in a way it must be a sort of blessing of sorts to make public that Telemachus's journey is essentially sanctioned by the Olympians, or by Olympus, I should say, by revealing that as mentor, she was in disguise, and now revealing herself upon the end, saying that Telemachus will go with you. Remember a couple episodes ago, Nestor gave Telemachus the choice, saying you can go by land or you can go by sea to Menelaus. If you want to go by land, being a man of chariots and horses, will give you what you need to get there. Here, Athena is saying, I'm going to go back to the ship. Telemachus can stay here with you as long as you provide him with the chariot that you are promising come tomorrow morning. And then she turns into an eagle, flies away, and proves that the gods are guiding and favoring Telemachus' trip here. I don't know how Nestor would be processing this. I mean, we get some lines in that last response there, especially the line like, methinks that thou wilt no sort be a coward and a weakling, if indeed in thy youth the gods thus follow thee to be thy guides. Saying, well, certainly you aren't a dummy and you aren't a fool, and maybe you aren't so foolhardy for coming here if the gods are favoring your journey. And then being in awe of Athena and saying that in response to her request, he will make sure that Telemachus gets what he needs, but that he is also, in turn, will sacrifice to thee a yearling, ... one, a pure one that's never been put to work, and that he's going to gild the horns of the yearling with gold, an extravagant offering and sacrifice to the goddess Athena for blessing Telemachus, and I'm assuming the presence of Nestor. She doesn't have to reveal herself here, and she does, and that's got to count for something to a mortal. One thing that I'm struggling with personally is from book one, when she says that and Zeus says, both of them, that they don't want to intervene directly. She's been pretty fickle, might be a good word to apply, inconsistent with whether she's persuading or whether she's directly affecting the outcomes of any given moment with Telemachus' journey here. I don't know if that in itself is telling of the kind of uncertain nature of the gods, that they themselves aren't perfect beings that can fall victim to their own whimsy and decisions and hypocrisies and contradictions, maybe. I'd be curious. One thing I want to do at some point this year while we read this story is find some good literature, academic literature, scholarly literature that helps illuminate more these sorts of like nuances that you wouldn't necessarily get from a precursory Google search, which is how I do most of my research. So again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. But clearly there's a big turning point happening here. Again, I don't know that we'll get to Menelaus by the end of this, but maybe. We have 4 episodes left of book 3. And you know what? I'm gonna end it there as we just kind of keep it moving forward, keep the momentum going. Join me here tomorrow to see if anyone else has a reaction to Athena turning into a sea eagle and flying away. Until then, okay, goodbye. Odyssey is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. The show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Odyssey, written by Homer. Theme song by Neuroflow. You can support this show and other shows like it by going to patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.